Hello, everyone. In today's video, we'll take a fascinating journey through the history of ancient Greece, one of the most influential civilizations in history. We'll explore its formation, delve into its rich mythology, understand its religious practices, discover its vibrant culture, meet its most important philosophers, analyze its major wars, and remember the figures who shaped the ancient world. Get ready for an epic journey through the history of Greece. The history of ancient Greece begins with prehistory and the first civilizations that emerged in the region. The first settlements in Greece occurred in the Bronze Age, around 3000 BC, and were marked by the Minoan and Mycenaean civilizations. The Minoan civilization, developed on the island of Crete, is known for its complex palaces, such as that of Knossos, and for its advanced arts. The Minoans were a trading people who maintained contact with other civilizations in the Mediterranean. The Mycenaean civilization, on the Greek mainland, the Mycenaeans succeeded the Minoans. They are famous for their imposing fortresses and linear B writing, a form of writing that records the archaic Greek language. The Mycenaean civilization declined around 1200 BC, possibly due to invasions and internal collapse. After the fall of the Mycenaeans, Greece entered a period known as the Dark Ages, where writing was lost and the culture declined. This period lasted until around 800 BC, when Greece began to rebuild itself. The Archaic period, from the 8th century BC onwards, saw Greece restructure itself with the emergence of city-states known as polis. Athens, Sparta, Corinth, and Thebes became important centers of power and culture. This period is also marked by the development of alphabetic writing and the creation of the first epic poems, such as those of Homer, the Iliad, and the Odyssey. Greek mythology is one of the most fascinating aspects of ancient culture. It is filled with gods, goddesses, heroes, and mythical creatures who played central roles in the religion and daily life of the Greeks. The Olympian gods at the top of Greek mythology are the 12 Olympian gods, led by Zeus, the sky god and king of the gods, ruler of Mount Olympus. Other important gods include Hera, his wife and goddess of marriage, fertility, women and childbirth; Poseidon, god of the seas and rivers, the lord of the waters who in his anger would sink ships; Athena, goddess of wisdom, war, justice, and the arts; and Apollo, god of the sun, music, medicine, and prophecy. Greek myths are filled with heroes who performed incredible feats. Hercules, known for his 12 labors, is one of the most famous heroes, having slain the Nemean lion and the Lernaean hydra. Other notable figures include Perseus, who defeated the Gorgon Medusa, who had snakes for hair and the power to turn anyone who looked at her directly to stone; and Theseus, a great Athenian hero, who defeated the Minotaur, a creature that had the body of a man but the head and tail of a bull. The Peloponnesian War, this conflict, which lasted from 431 BC to 404 BC, was fought between Athens and its Delian League and Sparta and its Peloponnesian League. The war resulted in the defeat of Athens and the general weakening of Greece, paving the way for Macedonian rule. The conquest of Macedonia by Alexander the Great, heir to the Macedonian kingdom, expanded his empire eastward, creating one of the largest empires of antiquity. His military campaigns spread Greek culture to large parts of the known world. Alexander's most famous victory was the Battle of Issus in 333 BC, where he defeated the Persian king Darius III, and later at the Battle of Gaugamela in 331 BC, he consolidated his victory over the Persian Empire. These triumphs were followed by the conquest of Egypt, where Alexander was acclaimed pharaoh and founded the city of Alexandria, which would become a beacon of learning and culture. However, Alexander's life was marked by personal and political challenges. His conquest took him to the banks of the Indus River in India, where he faced the fierce King Porus. Although he won, the morale of his soldiers was shaken, and the difficult campaign in distant lands began to take its toll. In 323 BC, at the height of his power and prestige, Alexander fell ill in Babylon. His untimely death at the age of 32 left a huge void. The empire he had built, a patchwork of cultures and peoples, quickly began to fragment, divided among his generals known as the Diadochi. Alexander the Great is remembered not only for his military achievements, but for his cultural impact. His empire was a melting pot of cultures, where Hellenism flourished and influenced vast regions. To this day, his name is synonymous with greatness and ambition, and his life story is a testament to the power of vision and courage. The Trojan War, a legend that never died. Millennia ago, under the heat of the Mediterranean sun and the glitter of the stars, an epic conflict forged the fate of cities and heroes. One of the greatest tales in Greek mythology, the Trojan War was sparked by a combination of passion, pride, and a seemingly trivial incident that had monumental repercussions. Helen, the wife of King Menelaus of Sparta, was taken to Troy by Paris. Helen's abduction was not only a personal affront, but also an insult to Menelaus's honor and the prestige of Sparta. To avenge the offense, the Greeks, united by an oath made by Helen to all her suitors, assembled a colossal army and set out for Troy, starting a war that would be remembered for generations. The Trojan War lasted a decade and was marked by heroic battles, betrayals, and moments of profound sadness. The fortified city of Troy bravely resisted the Greek siege, which found itself in a constant struggle against the impenetrable defenses and the cunning of the Trojans. Odysseus, known for his cunning and intelligence, designed the Trojan horse plan as a solution to this impasse. The idea arose from the need for a device that would allow the Greeks to enter the city in an unexpected and surprising way. The plan consisted of building a huge hollow wooden horse, which served as a disguise to hide a group of Greek soldiers. The horse was designed to look like a gift of surrender, a symbol of victory, and an offering of peace. The Greeks meticulously prepared the horse, ensuring that it was large enough to hold a contingent of warriors and sufficient to accommodate the enemy. After the horse was finished, the Greeks hid inside it. In the morning, thinking that the Greeks had left the horse as a trophy for Troy's resistance, they decided to take it into the city. When night fell, as the Trojans slept, the Greeks climbed out of the horse and opened the gates of Troy for the Greek army to enter. The Trojan War was not only an event of valor and tragedy, but also a catalyst for myths and stories that have echoed through the centuries. It was depicted by poets such as Homer in his work, the Iliad, and continues to inspire and fascinate with its lessons on honor, destiny, and the impact of human passions. Ancient Greece is a civilization whose influence endures to this day. Their myths, philosophy, culture, and military achievements not only shaped the ancient world, but also had a lasting impact on Western culture. Through their stories, figures, and innovations, ancient Greece continues to inspire us and teach us about human potential and the pursuit of knowledge. I hope you enjoyed this immersion into the history of ancient Greece. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more amazing content about world history and culture. Until next time.